This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for June 12th, 2025. Just announced Seether and Daughtry are headed to the MGM Music Hall at Fenway on October 7th with POD and Cammy Keo. Tickets are on sale now. Musicians across the world are responding to the news that Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys passed away yesterday at the age of 82. His family releasing a statement saying, "We are heartbroken to announce that our beloved father, Brian Wilson, has passed away. We are at a loss for words right now. Please respect our privacy at this time as our family is grieving. We realize that we are sharing our grief with the world. Love and mercy." Elton John saying, "Brian Wilson was always so kind to me from the day I met him." He sang, "Someone saved my life tonight" at a tribute concert in 2003, and it was an extraordinary moment for me. I played on his solo records. He sang on my album, The Union, and even performed from my AIDS Foundation. I grew to love him as a person, and for me, he was the biggest influence on my songwriting ever. He was a musical genius and a revolutionary. Mick Fleetwood saying, "Anyone with a musical bone in their body must be grateful for Brian Wilson's genius, magical touch, and greatly saddened by this major worldly loss. My thoughts go to his family and friends." Gene Simmons from Kiss saying, "Sadly, Brian Wilson has passed away. Songwriter, visionary, thank you for a lifetime of wonderful melodies that spanned decades. I'm going to spend the day listening to the Beach Boys and reminiscing." His bandmate Paul Stanley saying, "Genius is a term used all too often and too loosely. Tortured genius even more so. Brian's astonishing output of musical brilliance will bring joy while it influences generations to come. Thank you, Brian, and rest in peace." Ronnie Wood saying, "Brian Wilson and Sly Stone in 1 week. My world is in mourning." There's been an update in the theft of Nancy Wilson from Heart's Guitars in Atlantic City. An arrest was made concerning the 2 stolen instruments. Nancy Wilson saying, "While we're encouraged by the progress made and thankful that an arrest has been made, our instruments have not yet been recovered. We remain hopeful that they will be returned to us soon." Then the Associated Press announced that her custom-made purple sparkle baritone Telecaster guitar with the hand-painted headstock had been retrieved. The vintage 1966 mandolin that was stolen has not been returned. The person who had the guitar handed it over to law enforcement. The person who sold it to her was charged with burglary and theft. Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit music video has surpassed 2 billion views on YouTube. The clip was uploaded to the platform in June of 2009 and hit 1 billion streams a decade later. Jonathan Mayers, an innovative music festival creator known for co-founding Bonnaroo and Superfly Entertainment, has passed away at the age of 51. Bonnaroo writing on Instagram, "Our hearts are extremely heavy as we mourn the loss of one of our co-founders. For more than a decade, Jonathan was a creative force behind the festival that so many of us have held near and dear to our hearts for more than 20 years. A cause of death was not given." Select performances from this weekend's upcoming Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival will be live streamed via Hulu. That includes sets from Megadeth, Queens of the Stone Age, Insane Clown Posse, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and more. You can check the listings at hulu.com/Bonnaroo. Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach in a recent interview giving an update on the band's upcoming new album, saying, quote, "We've got about 5 or 6 songs finished up. I'm headed to Nashville later today. I'm going to a NASCAR event and then headed to LA to go back to the studio and wrap up some more of the tracks. And so we're well into this new album. We don't have a release date yet. We just want to get this one perfect before we drop it. But fans can expect new music throughout the year. Actually, after I go in the studio, I'll jump back down to LA. We're shooting a music video for a brand new single that we're going to drop in the middle of June. So that's what's coming up right now around the corner. And that one's a fucking banger, dude," he said. "I'm so excited about this next song." Biffy Clyro have returned with a brand new single called A Little Love. Their first new music since 2021's The Myth of Happily Ever After, arriving alongside a music video inspired by Marina Ambrovich's Relation in Time. Yes are set to perform their entire 1971 album Fragile on their upcoming Fragile tour, which kicks off in Wallingford, Connecticut on October 1st and finishes up November 16th at the Grand Sierra Resort in Reno, Nevada. Tickets for the entire run go on sale tomorrow, June 13th. And Megadeth are currently in the studio with producer Chris Rakestraw, wrapping up recordings for the follow-up to 2022's record, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 262, featuring Keith Wallen from Breaking Benjamin, is available now.